Tell me if this sounds familiar to you. You've shut down your laptop, you're driving home, and you can't stop thinking about all the work that did not get done today. Or you're having dinner, watching Netflix, and all you can think about is that big presentation that you've got coming up. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about a simple yet effective workday shutdown system that is going to help you turn off from work and actually disconnect. Just like the people from the series Severance. Highly recommend it if you haven't watched that. Let's get started. Welcome to the second video of the Habits and Systems for Founders and Entrepreneurs series that I have running here on the Elevated Entrepreneur YouTube channel. If you haven't already, check out video number 1 here, which is the Workday Startup System. Before we talk about how we build a Workday shutdown system, let's talk about why we need a Workday shutdown system. Cal Newport talks about this very system in his book Deep Work. He says that a shutdown system creates room for creativity. In fact, it fuels creativity because that downtime when your brain is not thinking about work is actually when it is starting to think about new and creative ideas. The second reason in his book is that it gives us the ability to work deeply. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but shutting down from work actually gives us the room and the time we need to create deep work sessions the next day. The third reason Cal states that it helps you celebrate your progress. It helps you recognize the small wins. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that too. And the fourth and the most important reason is it lays the groundwork for a fantastic day tomorrow, no matter how today went. So if it's so good and if it's so easy, why don't we do this? So here are 3 reasons why we don't tend to do this every single day. The first one is it seems trivial. It seems not important compared to all of the other things that we have on our calendar. The second reason is that we actually don't have a slot for this activity on our calendar. We tend to do it as and when the day ends. But what ends up happening is because of all of the other important emails, phone calls, and Slack messages that are now coming as a constant barrage prevent us from actually getting this work done. And the third one is complicating systems. We tend to overcomplicate our lives by using fancy systems and frameworks, but we just don't follow the simple yet effective steps. Now, more than ever, so many of us are working from home, working from our dining tables, our bedrooms, and we don't have that physical separation anymore. By the time you're ready to shut down, it's time for dinner. So what we end up doing is getting away from our laptop and moving straight to the dining table. And that itself creates a lot of chaos in our minds. So now that I've told you about the reasons of why we don't get this done, I want to show you how you can set up your very own workday shutdown system. The first step is to create a slot on your calendar, whether that's at 5, 5:30, 6 or 6:30 p.m. Doesn't matter what time you shut down. Create that bookend process called Workday Shutdown System. It could be as little as 15 minutes. I do it in 5, and that's all you need. Get it marked on your calendar. And there's a really good reason for that. If you have it marked on your calendar, you're going to see it and you're going to get it done. And second, there is nobody that can overwrite that calendar entry. So you can't get a competing meeting happening at that very same time. The second step is to take a look at all of the tasks that you have on your to-do list on a piece of paper or in your notebook and make a list of all the things that did not get done. Then you add to that anything that has come up in the last 30 or 40 minutes. Any open email, Slack message, phone call that you've got to return, add it to that list. The step after that is to prioritize, is to take that list that you've just created and come up with your big 3 or your big 5 for the next day. You want to know what you're going to be doing tomorrow before you shut the day down today, because when tomorrow happens, there are going to be so many other things that are going to come over your calendar. So making sure that you know your priorities for tomorrow is going to give your brain a lot of peace. And finally, scan your email for any open loop and file them. I have a system that I follow called the stack email method that I'm going to link here for you. I use this method to sort my emails for the next day. No matter how important it might be, it gets flagged, scanned, and ready for tomorrow. Now, I want you to think of your workday shutdown system like your last call at the bar. If the bar is getting ready to close, you want to make sure that you've got everything in order for that bar to close down. You've got your last drinks order, you've got the bills cleared, you've got all the tables shut down and closed, and that is exactly what a good workday shutdown system should feel like. Another good way to think about your workday shutdown system is like your exit ticket. You know that ticket your teacher used to give you when you were in high school before you left class? Well, that's exactly what this system is meant to do. If you want to leave class on a high note, make sure you get your exit ticket. And the only way you should get your exit ticket is by doing a fantastic yet simple workday shutdown system. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I'd love for you to tell me in the comments what was your favorite tip. And stay tuned for the third video in the Habits and Systems for Founders and Entrepreneurs series coming next week.